The story begins early one morning as I walked down the path that leads to the old wooden bridge on my family's land. That bridge has been part of our property for generations. It's a simple crossing, quiet and peaceful, and it connects my land to the main road. But when I reached the clearing, I stopped in disbelief. The bridge was gone, not damaged or worn down, completely removed. Only loose boards and broken pieces were scattered on the ground, and the fresh tracks from heavy machines were still visible in the soil. No message, no notice, no permission, just gone. Later that day, I found out who was responsible. A group of homeowners from the neighborhood across the ridge had decided the bridge didn't fit the look they wanted for their community. They said it was old, out of style, and made the area appear outdated. So they brought in a crew and tore it down without asking anyone. They believed the bridge was abandoned. They believed no one owned it. And they believed there would be no consequences. What they didn't know was something very simple. I owned more than just that bridge. The only road that leads to their neighborhood runs across my property. Every car, every delivery, every visitor, and every service uses a road that belongs to me. They had used it for years without ever wondering who maintained it or who allowed it. They assumed it was public. But the deed records tell a different story, and my ownership is clearly written on every map. So instead of starting an argument or calling the authorities, I made a calm decision. I closed the gate that stands at the start of my road and placed a lock on it. A small sign went up that read, "Private property, no access." Within an hour, people from the neighborhood began calling me, confused at first, then upset, asking why the road was closed. I simply asked them to explain why they removed my bridge. In that moment, the anger in their voices faded. What replaced it was worry. Residents couldn't leave, deliveries stopped, workers had to turn around, school buses couldn't enter. Their entire neighborhood depended on a road they never knew belonged to me. And now they were learning that the bridge they destroyed wasn't blocking their view, it was part of the path that made their daily life possible. I stayed calm. I explained that access to the road would reopen once the bridge was rebuilt, the damage was repaired, and the full cost was covered by those responsible. I also told them they would need to sign a written agreement to recognize the road and bridge as private property. That was the moment everything changed. Their confidence faded, and they finally understood the truth. The bridge they tore down wasn't just old wood. It was a lifeline they depended on every single day.